This week is all about abstract sculpture. A sculpture is a 3D artwork you can walk all the way around. An abstract sculpture does not show something from real life like a person. Instead, it shows a collection of shapes, objects, colors, and lines that create an interesting and unique artwork. An artist named Haegue Yang is famous for her abstract sculptures, including these, which are called handles, shown at the Museum of Modern Art. Her collection of abstract shapes, colors, and forms also move. Here you can see them being activated or moved by performers at the Museum of Modern Art. Once a month, they go and interact with the sculptures and move them around, activating the little bells they're covered in. So abstract sculptures are three-dimensional sculptures that do not show real life. The first thing you'll need to do is gather your supplies. You will need some sort of cardboard. So I just have an empty box from some LaCroix. So you could use a soda box. You could use a box from pasta. Make sure it's empty though. You could even use like a paper plate or something if you have one. Okay, so I've got all three. The first thing I'm going to do is cut my box into shapes. If you don't have scissors, soda boxes and stuff are thin enough that you can actually tear them. Now I've got a big flat box. If you want to, you can, draw a shape first and then cut on those lines, or you can just go right in with some scissors and start cutting. So in this case, I am cutting on the lines. There's one piece. You can also just cut large shapes. If you don't have scissors, you can again just use your hands to tear. I like that flap. So just to speed up my process a little bit, try to make sure you have a variety, which means lots of different shapes and sizes. You want some big, some medium, and some little. You want some circular or round shapes, some squares, and even some weird shapes. Like look at the shape of this. I'm kind of using that scrap there to create a really weird and different shape for my abstract sculpture, because we know abstract sculptures aren't going to look like real things. It's just going to be an interesting shape or design. Remember, if you don't have scissors, use a thinner cardboard so that you can tear it like this. And if you do have scissors, create some interesting shapes. If you want to create a hole or a space in the middle of your shape, fold that shape in half and cut a half circle or a half of your shape out from the middle. Just be careful that your shape that you're cutting stays in the middle so you don't cut your shape apart. When you unfold it, boom, there you have an interesting kind of keyhole shape in the middle of your piece. And again, keep that in the middle. When you unfold it, you have a nice little hole. And anything left over is trash, so make sure you clean up after yourself. And you can just decorate each piece however you want. One side obviously has the box design on it, but the other side is a blank canvas for you. so I'm going to work backwards. These are my finished sculptures, and now I'm going to take them apart and kind of show you how I got there. So all of these pieces have little slits or notches in them, and that's how they slide together. Okay, so I decided first I want this to be at the bottom of my new sculpture. Same pieces, new sculpture. I'm going to cut a slit in the top of each so that I can put a new piece in. Now this piece also has a slit, and those two slits slide into each other to make a strong connection. Here's my matching one. See, there's a slit right here. These two slits connect. Do you see how they've connected? Don't be discouraged if it breaks or changes or moves. That's okay. We're going to put it back together. And let's see, where was it? There. There we go. There. And there. You do have to think about balance. How are these objects going to help balance each other out and stabilize the sculpture? Well, that's cool. I could stop right there. I have made a sculpture out of 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. But I do have more pieces that I can use. This to me doesn't seem super exciting, so I think I'm going to edit or change its shape because I have my scissors and I want to. Now to put this up here, I'm going to put a little slit right there and a little slit right there. Connect those two slits together. Ta-da! If you have pieces left over like I did, you could even make another sculpture. Experiment with different ways of making it stand, different ways of attaching your pieces together. It's almost like you've made building blocks because you can always take them apart, take down your sculpture, and put them together in a new, different way. In this case, I have repurposed pieces that didn't fit on my other sculpture. And I could stop there or keep adding. I do have this other green piece. It's kind of an odd shape, but I'm going to try to make it work. Now, your goal for this project is 3 things. 1, use lots of different shapes and sizes. 2, decorate each piece with an interesting design. And 3, make a sculpture that stands on its own out of 3 or more cardboard shapes. If something goes wrong, your tower falls down or comes apart, or you just say, you know what, I don't like that, then take it apart and try again. It's all about experimenting. See, even I make mistakes and mess up. That's all part of learning. If you don't like something, take it off. There you have it. 2 amazing sculptures. Can't wait to see what you create.